Another day, another video. Now, as usual, on the left hand side we have a Metasploitable 2 machine. On the right hand side we have a Kali Linux machine. Today we are going to be exploiting port 6000, which runs a service that is called X11, which is supported by the Windows X server. Now, before we get into the video, I'd like to show you guys a few things because I was struggling with this for, let's say, about a day or 2 days to finally come up to a solution. Because what you're going to find on the internet is mostly related to services or systems that are based on a GUI. Now, because we're exploiting Metasploitable 2, that is not going to be the case. Metasploitable 2 is not based on a GUI. It doesn't have a GUI, right? So let me quickly go to the searches that I came across as I was looking through the internet. Now, on this website over here, right, it explains everything you need to do in order for you to hack into the X server, right? Like attaching some files to the etc and stuff like that. But because this machine that they're exploiting is actually GUI based, so certain things are not going to work for Metasploitable 2. So that is just a heads up in case you're doing some research on the X11 server and you find some solutions that might not work. You might be questioning yourself and asking why they're not working for you. The truth is, these are meant for GUI based systems, like the Ubuntu here that we have here on the left hand side. So this example is showing you how you can exploit the X11 server by taking things such as screenshots and seeing what the user is doing on their GUI. So these are things that you won't be able to see on Metasploitable 2. So let's just get that out of the way before we get into the actual video, right? So I'm going to show you the solution for the Metasploitable 2 machine that we're going to be using today. Now let's get back to the solution of the day. We are going to be exploiting, like I mentioned previously, port 6000. We got our Metasploitable 2 machine already set up. Let's go cat and look at the nmap scan that I completed. We are looking at exploiting port 6000, which runs the X11 service. This will essentially allow us to gain access into the target machine on the left hand side over here. Now, I already mentioned that this is not a GUI based machine, right? So what we want to do with this exploit is essentially gain shell access and elevate our privileges to the top. Or we can just simply, because we already know the information about the user that has the highest privileges on the system, we can simply try to SSH our way into the system by using the MSF admin, which is the user who has the highest privileges on the Metasploitable 2 machine. So we can simply go SSH -X -L and go MSF admin, which is the user with the highest privileges. So this is essentially gaining root access into the target machine. And then we specify the IP address 849. Now, before you gain access into the system, I'd like to show you a few things that you're going to maybe encounter if you just enter this, right? So this is very basic. It's an SSH, so the secure shell, and this is the X authority, or this is the X server. It allows us to connect to this target machine remotely and gain access into the X server, right? So the GUI and all that stuff. So we go L and list the user and then the IP address. So if you press enter, it says that it's unable to negotiate with the IP address of our target machine, port 22, no matching host key pairs, and their offer is SSH-RSA. What we need to do is specify the options that we are looking for in order for us to be able to connect to the SSH-RSA. Right, so what we need to do is, I think I already showed you guys this before, but let's look at a few things that we need to specify in order for us to gain access into this. I'll just quickly look at some options that we need to attach to gain access into the target machine. So you need to specify the host key algorithms, and you also need to specify the pub key accepted algorithm. So this is the public key accepted algorithms. So we go quit, and we just put in the same command, but this time we specify our options. So the first option is the public key accepted algorithms. Let's see if so that's okay. And then you have another option, which is going to be your host key algorithms. Host key algorithms. We are going to log into the target machine as MSF admin, and it's going to ask us for let's see what we have here. Pub key, no argument after keyword, pub key accepted algorithms. Oh, I was supposed to attach the SSH-RSA pub key accepted algorithms, then -o host key algorithms. Specify the arguments for the algorithms -RSA. Now it's going to ask us for the password for MSF admin, because we already know that, and it's provided for by the guys at Metasploitable too. We'll just simply log in using the password, which is going to be MSF admin. And you just like that, you have gained root access. So the MSF admin user has all the root privileges, right? So they have the administrator privileges. So now that we are in the target machine, some of you might be asking if we can actually sudo su and go into to switch users, right, and become the root. And that is super easy to do. You can simply just go MSF admin and MSF admin. There you go. We have completed privilege escalation. We went in as the MSF admin. Now we are the root. We have complete access into the target machine. Let's see the working directory. We have root. Go lsla list all. It lists all the things that are available for us. We have completely annihilated the target machine. So that's pretty much all you need to know about exploiting the X11 server or the X11 service.